It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Due to the graphic nature of this program, viewer discretion is advised.
Why am I the fuck over here? Greetings, one and all, and welcome to 0 Hour with Stone Cold Loki and Zeropium as we talk through Alien Earth. Holy crap. The power of the paper cutter. The power of the paper cutter. Dude, I never knew. Okay, so Alien beats Marine. Paper cutter beats Alien. I've never heard this before ever in my life. No one ever brought this to my attention. Why didn't we know that Alien beats Marine, but paper cutter beats Alien?
There is an awful lot to get into with this particular episode this morning, which is ironic, and I'll explain why a little bit later when we get into it. But holy crap, I just want to ask you out there in chat really quick, because I mentioned this to Loki last week. Also, good morning, brother.
Good morning.
I want to ask you, lovely ladies and gentlemen, this is kind of like our John Cena farewell tour. We only got so many of these shows left. Do you honestly want us sitting here every Monday morning, wasting them all on this piece of shit show? Let us know.
It's dumb and dumber.
Just let us know. Maybe we'll have a way out after all. But it's your call. Anyway.
And big thank you to Eris for she was like, what do you want on the thumbnail? I was like, we need Wendy Moira Angela darling looking her darlingest along with Lloyd from Dumb and Dumber. Way to go,
And
Eris.
here
Thank you
I
so
am.
much, sweetheart.
Here I am, stuck in the middle with them. Oh my god. Yeah, there's a lot to get
Stuck
into.
in the middle with you.
Wow.
Do.
Yeah. It's gonna be a rough ride. I'm
Okay.
honest. I'm just glad that I didn't have to sit through 2 episodes this time. Only one.
Only one. We're only going to talk about the 3rd episode.
Mhm.
Strap yourselves in because holy crap, it's a strap-on episode.
Oh my god.
It starts off with Wendy running like the Terminator. I guess you know what this brought me back to Terminator Dark Fate. All you incels are going to be terrified at the Femnator. The Femnator. She's running. So Wendy's like running after her brother. The last thing we saw in the last episode was her brother being taken by the alien. She drops down out of nowhere in this corridor and is like, Terminator run. Her sword is on her paper cutter sword is on her back. Yes, it is a paper cutter. For all of those that like, it's a super futuristic samurai sword. No, bitches, it's a paper cutter. We saw it at the end of the 1st episode. She walks over her desk where she's got all her paper mache shit, and she yanks the blade off the paper cutter and puts it on her back like it's like a video game. Oh, it'll just stay there. It doesn't need a sheath. It doesn't need anything to hold it there. But Loki, she's a robot. Okay, whatever. She's got magnets in her back that are going to hold the blade there because, yeah, they thought of that.
I don't know of too many robots, let alone synthetics, that are meant to look as human as possible, that are built with giant, powerful magnets in their back just so they can have that very purpose. Guys, there's so much to get into. And let me explain why really quick before Loki starts ranting and raving again. There is a lot to go over in this episode, and I mentioned it's ironic. And the ironic reason for me is because this episode was boring. I mean, it was stupid and boring. And by boring, I mean nothing happened. There was nothing in this episode that even moved the plot along in a way that should be gracious or graceful, whatever the word is I'm looking for. There was so much damn filler in this episode with long shots, filler, just I mean, oh my god, it was so boring. And the funny thing is, it's called Metamorphosis because it morphed from a show that was stupid into a show that was stupid and did absolutely nothing.
Okay, so there's a couple of things I want to go over here that have been all over the interwebs and the internets since this thing started. Okay, key criticisms of the show: poor writing and tone, unconvincing characters and pacing, lack of dread, detrimental. It's detrimental to the franchise. What does that mean? That means it's very bad for the whole thing, not just this. It's not just representing this, but it's representing all of aliens, all of it because of the way it's made. The counterpoints to that, and this is from Noah Hawley himself, the guy who is in charge of all this, the brilliant mind that put Metallica at the end of this episode, Wherever I May Roam is at the end of this episode. Why did he do that? He said, because I wanted a needle drop at the end of every episode to get you coming back for more. It's like when Vasquez says, let's rock. And I was like, what?
You know,
wait. What? You wanted a needle drop at the end of the episode, like Vasquez's "Let's Rock" from Aliens. So you put like Limp Bizkit and Metallica, and I'm losing it. But this is the big thing. This is what he says makes the whole experience. The exploration of transhumanism in a cyberpunk dystopia.
You know,
That is what this whole series is about, is the exploration of transhumanism in a cyberpunk dystopia. Says it right there. His words.
We didn't even touch on the music for the end credits in the last episode. I mean, we had Metallica in this one, and then we had Tool during the second one, and then whatever the hell the other one was in the first one. I don't know. Yeah.
I warned you when people started going, "Oh my God, the alien looks so good," and the set design was just like Alien, and oh my God, member berries, and oh, it's gonna be so good. Oh my God, it's like Disney. Da, 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 da. I fucking warned you. They were gonna drop the ball, and that's exactly what they've done, especially after this last episode. Now it's not all bad, but it's like 90% bad.
Yeah, it is. It's all bad. Don't kid yourselves. It's all
MB
bad.
Geeks Barn Girl with the $10 super chat says, son loves the Ghost of Tsushima records. Now he wants to get more game soundtracks, but he wants us to get vinyl only. Yes! They've got Mortal Kombat. They've got Ninja Gaiden. They've got Street Fighter. They've got all the Street Fighter alphas. There's so many good games. Metal Gear. I've got some pretty rare damn Metal Gear vinyl back there. Game soundtracks for the win. Absolutely awesome. MB Geek works for me, works for you, brother. Hell yes, this one is just for you, because I know what you're going to say, brother. Long live the fighters. Skull!
Long live the fighters!
Okay, so let's get down to the nitty gritty. The alien stole her brother, Marty McFly, or whatever the hell his name is. Wendy Moira Angela Darling goes running Terminator style after her brother because she's so cool and so hip and so robot-y. She's gonna get to him as fast as she can. He's in a meat wagon, a frozen meat wagon.
He is in, and I'm going to get to this very shortly. He is in a cargo container, a
frozen meat wagon,
a full-size friggin' cargo container with meat and shit in it. And he's alien webbed to the back of it.
And he's like, no, don't come, Wendy, Marcy, whatever your name is. Don't hit the trap. How do you know that? How do you know that? She goes in there. She's got her little paper cutter, right? She cuts him out. The alien pops its head in and is like, hello, Wendy Moira Angela, darling. And then leaves.
Here's Johnny.
And then leaves.
I hate to see.
And it's crawling. Hold on. This is important. It's so important. It's crawling on the ceiling as they're trying to get out, and she stabs up with a paper cutter. Now, think about this. She's using a paper cutter, not a sword, not a katana, not magic Wendigo's blue ice stabby stab. She's using a paper cutter. She stabs through the ceiling of the boxcar with the paper cutter. And I'm going to bring this up, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. There is acid pouring down the ceiling and opening up a giant hole, but it doesn't destroy the paper cutter. It does not destroy the paper cutter. You can see the green ooze coming down the blade. It is not melting the blade, but it's going to melt the ceiling, and it's going to destroy half of the boxcar because it is acid. We are not making this shit up.
Okay, let me interject what I hate most about this scene, because this is when I was throwing my hands up within the first 30 seconds of this episode again. But this scene really just brought my piss to a boil. My piss was so friggin' boiling it would melt battery acid, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yeah. Let me tell you what I hated with the passion about this. Paper cutter alone. That was just ridiculous. Alien pokes its head in through the goddamn curtains. Here's Johnny. And then fucks off. Like, okay, obviously he's keeping Mr. Medic Boy there because he, wants to use him to procreate, as they do. And obviously aliens have no interest in synthetics whatsoever. So, yeah, all right, so it just leaves. And then it crawls up onto the roof. And then we get the paper cutter scene. And then this alien, this one xenomorph, as cunning and as strong as they are, proceeds to tip the entire boxcar over onto its side.
That I can believe. I can believe it rammed it because it's rammed like an air door before. Yeah, I can see that.
But here's the problem. Go back to the first Alien when Lambert and Parker are getting the tanks and shit ready, and Parker is literally holding this thing back with his bare hands, and this alien is just able to, do his little tongue thing, give him a kiss.
The alien gave him the kiss.
So he's going
the sweet kiss of the mouth.
Yes, and he kissed him in the eye. So yeah, all right, whatever. I can maybe let that go, but seriously, this alien just tips the whole damn thing over, but struggles slightly going one-on-one with a human being. Okay. Not to mention the fact that they're trying to capture this alien, and Medic Retard Boy gets impaled through the frigging ribs by the alien's tail, in and out, both ways.
And they didn't even know where they hit him.
It's got an exit wound and everything, and they're trying to trap this alien into a giant warehouse door somewhere down the way. And he's just up and running around like there's nothing wrong. She goes in, alien goes in, he shuts the door, and then she gets pulled in and shit. And suddenly he's just able to pop the panel open and hot wire because he knows how to do that too.
And when he opens the door, ladies and gentlemen, the alien has its head cut off, as you can see here.
By a paper cutter.
Paper cutter.
Yeah. I didn't even mention my favorite part. Not to mention the fact. Oh, where was I going with this? Because there's so much shit in this episode, I'm already losing my train of thought. Not to mention the fact that this is what I hate. There's portions of this entire franchise that have become such detestable tropes. Because Alien is stalking this medic boy when he's trying to get away one last time. And they're face to face. And, the little tongue is sticking out. We've already seen this alien decimate dozens of people in seconds. And the thing I hate most about the tropes of this franchise is the fact that for some reason, because of plot armor, the alien's got him right there. The tongue is coming out, but he's just taking his sweet ass time. When he could have killed this guy 16 ways from Sunday in 3 seconds. But no, because of plot armor, because he's a main fascinating character, the alien's got to slow everything down and taunt him and tease him and just stick his tongue out at him. So Super Wendy bitch can come in and grab his tongue and do whatever. I hate that trope. Like, you're a killing machine moving at top speed. Why the fuck are you slowing down now? Because of plot armor. It's stupid. It is a ridiculous trope, and I'm sick and tired of it.
Now, here's the thing. I had to go over this. I went over this multiple times just to make sure. She stabs the alien in the boxcar through the boxcar with a paper cutter. That gets acid on it. Now it eats a giant hole within seconds. The acid eats a giant hole in the boxcar, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here she is standing above the decapitated alien body with the paper cutter in hand.
Fully
and it
intact.
is still in one piece. This is minutes apart, ladies and gentlemen. It ate an entire wall ceiling of a boxcar in seconds, made a giant hole for the alien to run through and escape. And yet, this is okay.
Mhm.
This is shitty fucking writing, is what it is. It's not plot armor. It's not, oh, well, we forgot. This is shitty fucking writing. And I've got to say, the production quality is aces. The show looks fucking phenomenal. The problem is these characters suck. They are not allowed to act. And the writing is fucking abysmal. Haley, whatever the fuck you want to call the guy that is in charge of this, wouldn't know aliens from assholes and elbows. He would not know a good fight scene because none of this is seen in the show. This is a completely blacked out kill. You don't actually get to see them fighting. He just opens the door, grabs a flashlight, and looks, and there she is standing there like Michael fucking Myers with a paper cutter, and the alien's head's been taken off. This is lazy ass bullshit. It's lazy, dumb writing.
It's moronic because, not to mention the fact they made this same mistake again in the very same episode when they collected this alien corpse, and the science team or whatever is rolling this desiccated corpse with the head on what looks like a fucking plastic gurney, and the acid is still dripping out of the wounds, and the gurney is fine. It's not even affecting it. It's like, oh, well, are you sure it wasn't coagulated or anything? I mean, the acid does wear out. No, the fucking acid was still dripping out of its neck hole. It was still coming out. You heard it hissing. They made the same mistake twice in the same episode because they're lazy and stupid. And you want to talk about acting? Oh my God. Pippi Longstocking. What the fuck is her character's name in this show? The one who has who has absolutely the same retard expression on her face through this whole thing. She's like
she's going loony. She is going loony. She is losing her shit.
Point?
Okay.
What is the point?
They're trying to set up a couple of things here because they don't realize that human beings actually have intelligence. They think all audiences are stupid and are just going to play along with this and eat it all up and think it's the greatest thing since sliced bread because that's what these fucking morons in Hollywood do. Yes, she's got this like, oh, because she almost died. She's a kid. She's supposed to be a kid, and now she's losing her mind because she realizes that nothing matters. She's a robot. That's why touching her eyeball with her finger was a big deal, was supposed to show that.
Tell me that wasn't CG.
Thank you, Some of us actually have a brain and try and use our brain for more than dumbass bullshit like this. This is fan fiction at its worst. Okay, this whole thing is fan fiction. I want to insert Peter Pan into Alien and give it the alien kiss. The alien kiss. I want to kiss the Peter Pan in the eye with the alien mouth because they're fucking morons. This is not what Giger. I swear to God, if Giger saw this, he'd be like, I do not want you to use my design for the alien in the alien. No. This is the dumbest shit imaginable. And at the same time, on the other end of this, there is something I think that like qualifies as like at least a decent, okay, they're getting sciencey thing. And that is they are talking to each other. So you find out later in the episode that even in the eggs, the face huggers are talking to each other. They're all communicating with each other. That I thought was okay. I'm down with that. I'm cool with that. I can see that. The face huggers are like communicating in the eggs with, so that means they all communicate. The face huggers communicate with the drones communicate with the queens. The queen can communicate with the eggs. Okay. I buy that. There's some kind of high frequency communication going on that we can't hear, that and they set that up in one of the earlier episodes because they've got Wendy in the lab and they are hitting frequencies the human ear can't hear. And they're testing her, right? Before they test the other ones, because Wendy's supposed to be like the prototype that they test all that shit out on. So she can hear she can hear them. She can't understand him, but she can hear him.
She's a superhero because she has superpowers. She can pick up on alien frequencies. She can manipulate code on tablets just by touching the goddamn screen. She can run super fast. She can jump off cliffs with no internal damage whatsoever. Yeah, but an alien kicks the shit out of her. She kicks the shit out of an alien and then collapses on the floor. But jumping off a cliff is okay, running at top speed. Let me get this out of the way so I don't have to go back to it. Because, again, I'm going to use the term here. This guy has such nuclear go-away heat. I'm sick and tired of this guy because what do we know about retard trillionaire boy? He walks around wearing the same ratty bathrobe in every episode, and he loves touching things with his feet. These are the two important things we know about him. These are the two only things we know about him that keep getting shoved right in our face. He is a parasite.
rich trillionaire boy is right here.
And he's rich. They could have taken this kid out and replaced it with a corporate boardroom and it would have gone so much better. But nope, we've got this guy. And Timothy Oliphant there when they're running around.
Dude, he's such a great actor, and it almost seems like he's wasted on this.
He is wasted, and I'll tell you why. Because his first scene in this very episode, again, he is staring at something in the science lab. All they did in the last episode was stare at shit. And one of the little synth boys comes up and goes to push a key. And Timothy says, look without using or look without touching. Meanwhile, everybody else is walking around carrying fucking tubes of alien creatures and shit in it. Like, oh yeah, okay, whatever. I hate this cast. I hate this cast because they're written stupidly and they do stupid things. It's moronic.
I don't hate the cast. Like the scene with the boys, the two dudes.
Let me clarify.
They are acting like children.
I hate how they're
to written. Me, it is believable that they are acting like children because they're like, dude, you said this, you said that. Oh my God. Da, 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 da. They're at least they've at least got some acting going on that I can believe. I believe these are two young adolescent teen males in adult bodies. Yeah. I completely believe that.
Let me clarify. Let me clarify. I don't hate the cast members. I hate how they're written and the moronic things they do and the completely things we're supposed to suspend our disbelief over. I hate all of that. I don't hate them personally. They're, working with the material they have. But they're written so moronically. I just can't get my head around what they're trying to do because it's a bunch of nothing. It's a bunch of fan fiction nothing that is so far going nowhere. I mean, really, what are the plot points we discovered in this episode? There was probably like 2 of them. And they could have explained all of that in 20 minutes. Yet there was so much filler in this episode. It ran for 55 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was ridiculous.
So Gizmodo puts out this heresy 4 days ago and says alienearth is finally doing what the movies have not.
What, done something shitty?
Oh, the movies have done some shitty stuff. I'm going to tell you.
They've done some shit. Yeah, but you know what?
Prometheus and Covenant being 2 of the worst movies. Romulus, the first half of Romulus was good, and then they screwed it up with dumbassery.
Well, it was
honestly, the series is full of dumbassery.
Yeah. I mean, the first half of Raw on this was good because it was alien based. And then the second half, they went right back to Prometheus and Covenant and shit. And I'm thinking,
Yeah.
But we've covered that.
They
already.
also stole the plot from the end of Resurrection.
Mm-hmm.
They straight up stole the plot from the end of Resurrection. Yeah. And I can't help but think Classic is right, and they want us to hate the franchise. They want us to hate the franchise.
I'll hate the new franchise, the classics. I mean, shit, I would watch Alien 3 and Resurrection on a 48-hour loop, then have to sit through how many we got? 5 more episodes of this drizzling shit to get through. My God.
5 more weeks of this.
Jesus.
And they have done a couple of things that are interesting. Now, what this is talking about, what this whole Gizmodo thing is talking about, is gone to Earth. Okay, what they talk about in this article is that the Alien series has never gone to Earth. They've never had. It's always like, hey, we want you to get a specimen and bring it back. Alien. We want to get a specimen. The company wants a specimen from this disaster on LV-426, and we want to bring it back. How are you going to get it through? How are you going to get it through ICC quarantine? Oh, it's going to be in Newt or Ripley, or both of them,
or both.
How are you going to get it? How do you get it out of the prison? Well, we're going to get Ripley out. And we're going to surgically remove it, even if it kills her. How are you going to get it back? How are you going to get it and R&D it in Resurrection? Well, we're going to resurrect Ripley with the alien baby in it, using her blood sample, and we're going to recreate the alien. Really smart, jackass.
We're gonna hire a team of convicts to sabotage some living cargo, so we can, repopulate the xenomorph species. Ironically enough,
idea.
Yeah. Well, that's what they did. That's what they did. I mean, you can.
So they never got it back to Earth. They never got the alien actually back to Earth. So the whole article, the whole Gizmodo article of they're doing things that the Alien franchise has never done before was get the alien on Earth. That's all that you want to do. And now we're playing with the damn thing. We're toying around with it, and it's gonna bite you in the ass. Now that I want to see. I want to see this because you've got Boy Cavalier sticking his face over the egg at one point, and Timothy Oliphant's character grabs him and he's like, "Nope, out you go, youngster," and throws him out of the lab, and is like, "This is a parasite. It will get on you, and it will infect you, and it will create one of those things. Stay the fuck out of the lab, dumbass."
But hey, paper cutters take care of it. Well,
we'll be sure to arm ourselves with a variety of paper cutters. That way, if the alien does break out, we're set and we're ready to go with paper cutters for the win, because paper cutter beats alien.
Yeah. Not to mention stun guns. Stun guns apparently work on these things too. And then you can just spray alien rubber alien rubber webbing over the corpse, like Robo Arm did in the first episode. He sprayed that shit over the alien, and it somehow, even though the alien was lying directly on the floor, it was able to cocoon completely around his body, and he just picked it up like a sack of dirty laundry. See, there's little things we miss here and there. Okay, so to go back to this really quick, if this Gizmo shit or whatever is praising this show for doing what no film has done before, they've talked about doing it, but they never did it. Ask yourselves why we've never brought the franchise back to Earth. Number one for me, the whole aspect of the fear and terror and dread is being isolated somewhere with no escape. The moment you bring that creature down to planet populated Earth, it loses so much of that, because it's like, well, call the local police force, call the local army. We'll just, go hide somewhere until they can come in and take care of this thing.
There's actually a good series. There's a good novel series by S.D. Perry by Stephen Perry and his daughter, S.D. Perry, Stephanie Diane Perry, that deal with what happened when the company got an alien on Earth. And what happened was the Earth became uninhabitable. Okay. If that was taken into lore in Alien Resurrection, that is why Earth is such a shithole. Because the aliens completely fucked everything up. Now you might say, well, Loki, if the aliens got to Earth, how the hell did they get rid of them? The aliens were everywhere. There were eggs everywhere. The entire population of Earth was wiped out if they didn't escape. What happened was this fucking general decided, I'm going to teach a group of aliens to fight the other aliens, and that's how we're going to fight the aliens. And he fucking fucked up, because once he got the aliens to Earth, they looked at him and they were like, well, bitch, this is what we wanted all along. And they killed him and ran off to join the other aliens. That was their big plan. Some Weyland-Yutani general, some Wei-Yu general was like, I'm going to teach the aliens to fight on our side, and thought he had actually done it with a lighter. He had a lighter. He had like a Zippo lighter that he was like to the queen, and the queen would tell the drones what to do and shit, because if she didn't, he'd flame her eggs. Well, he got her on the planet and he was like, clink, clink. And she was like, yeah, you don't have my eggs anymore. Fuck you, buddy. Killed him and ran off to join all the other aliens that were on Earth. And what they ended up having to do was they ended up having to go to the alien home planet where there was like a super queen, kidnap the super queen. And Ripley was here and doing this too. It was a really good thing. And then you find out she's an android, not the real Ripley, because reasons.
Because reasons. Well, I mean, even timeline wise, Alien Resurrection was like 200 years after the results of Alien 3. So I mean, we're leapfrogging quite a bit.
So they dropped the alien super queen off on Earth, and all the aliens like run to join the super queen, and they just bomb that section of the world, and all the aliens are dead. And they send in crews to take out the egg hives and all that shit. Which I mean, okay, that's better than this. That whole idea is like better than this. You get a Hicks-like character, you get a Newt-like character, you obviously get Ripley who comes back, even though you don't know it's not Ripley, but you do know it's not Ripley because reasons. At least those books were good. They're the Aliens novels written by Stephen Perry and S.D. Perry, which is his daughter, Stephanie Diane Perry. So if you like stories like that and you like reading, get those books, because those books are better than this damn series. So they now have Weyland-Yutani has been told to fuck off. So the boy genius, Boy Cavalier, tells Yutani to go fuck herself. She's not getting her stuff back. And they're going to do R&D on the aliens. So they cut an egg open, and as they're cutting the egg open, Wendy can hear the chittering of the face huggers. She can hear the aliens talking to each other. She can hear the face hugger talking to the other eggs. They cut the egg open. They don't open it normally. They cut the egg open and they remove the face hugger and they start dissecting it while it's alive. They like shock it to where it's like passed out, and then they cut it open. And as they're cutting on it, acid is coming out and barfing
everything's
everywhere.
fine.
But everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
And they cut it open and they get what looks like a tadpole.
It's the
see-through tadpole, and that's the egg that it lays.
That's the face hugger impregnation embryo tool that ironically we've never seen before. So hey, this thing's
Now,
you
we've
thought
never seen that before, and that I at least found.
That's something. That's another, although minuscule, literally and figuratively, although minuscule, it's another addition to, the process, the life cycle of these things. Cause it's like,
And it
well,
looks like a translucent tadpole with the black goo inside.
Because it swims. It swims.
Yes, it swims. It's got a little tadpole tail. It's a translucent tadpole with the black ooze going in it. It looks like it has kind of like an alien head on it, but you can see through it. It's not transparent, it's translucent.
Yeah.
But
it's like it's like a little midget translucent chest burster without the arms. That's kind of what it looks like. Because it had the tail and everything too.
It has the tail.
It's like this big, and it just
So as they're dissecting the face hugger and pulling out Wendy, Moira, Angela, Darlene, the entire point of this like series is walking through the halls, holding her ears, and because she can hear the aliens talking to each other. Now, these little things, besides the Wendy shit, hearing them, which the only good point of that is, okay, so they all can talk to each other, even when they're in the egg, even when all of them can communicate, okay? That makes sense. That I can see. Instead of some kind of like super psychic connection, they're on a frequency that humans can't hear, and they can all jibber jabber with each other to a certain range. Okay, I can believe that. I can see that. That makes sense. Then in the middle of all of this, her brother, who was stabbed in like the kidney or the hip or the rib or
right here, in and out by the alien tail.
In and out by the alien. They're removing his lung because he was stabbed in the hip or the kidney or whatever. They're taking out his whole lung because he was stabbed on that side of the body.
That's the other thing that I failed to mention the first time around, because like when I was ripping on this guy for being, running around doing things, hacking shit, trying to help Super Wendy fight the alien with the papier-mâché fucking cutter or whatever. Let's say, for example, if they're operating on his lung because it was damaged, because it was the thing that got stabbed. Again, I have to go back to the point. How the fuck is he up and running around just oblivious to everything? If
he had just enough adrenaline to get him through the fight and then collapsed.
Yeah, okay.
And held his sister's hand like when she was laying on the table. And again, you have symbolism instead of this is all about transitioning. And it makes it very clear transhumanism is the point of this entire series. Well, transhumanism. What is in Loki's glass today? Today, Loki has a strong sun tea with lemon. No sugar. That is what is in Loki's glass today. It's a strong sun tea with lemon.
What did Peppy Longstocking Same Face say about their adult bodies? Didn't they say like, oh, we're not? It was some gender reference about something. She's like, oh, some of us are half women or half girls or half boy. I don't know. I forget exactly what she said, but it was one of those, little identity politic things they probably just threw in there because I don't.
Why are we called the Lost Boys when half of us are girls?
Yeah,
that is what she said. Why are we called the Lost Boys when half of us are girls? Why weren't we allowed to pick our names? We are women. Hear us roar. We should have been able to pick our own names because we're women. Let the boys be the Lost Boys and have the Lost Boys names. We're better than that because we're women.
Why did Wendy get to pick her own name? Because she's my favorite. Which brings me to the other bitch who walks into retard trillionaire boy's room and says, "Oh, Wendy's your favorite." Blah blah blah. And dude's like,
That's
"Oh,
a honeypot.
You have ideas, do you? I'm gonna give you some books and some things to watch, and then we'll talk." And I'm thinking, what the fuck? Like, is this like sub context with like sex involved? Like, are you gonna give her the fucking Kama Sutra or something, and then say, "Yeah, read all of this and do all of this, and then we'll talk"? I swear to God, they're gonna bang at some point. They're gonna bang.
No, you saw that too.
Yeah.
So you saw that too. They put them in adult bodies, and now the boy genius, boy cavalier, and yes, that's what they call him, boy cavalier. I'm not calling him that because that is a nickname or some shit. That is his name in the show, is boy cavalier.
Yep.
So yes, that was one of the weirdest scenes in this episode that I was like, are they flirting? Is she honeypotting him and he's honeypotting her back?
Yeah, because
does he realize that, or maybe this is the point of all this, that is a like 12-year-old girl in an adult body?
Yep.
And they're just going to ignore that fact?
Yeah. So let me give you some material so you can read this and speed up your growth process. And because he's looking at her, or it, whatever, because it's fake. It's a fake human body. It's a synthetic body with a 12-year-old's mind inside of it. And she's looking back at him with the little flirty smirk. And she's like, "Oh, does this mean I might become your favorite?" And he's like, "Weka, weka, weka. We'll see. Weka, weka, weka." It's there, folks. It's there. I'm embellishing quite a bit, but you watch that scene, and all I'm thinking through this whole piece of shit dialogue is they're going to make these two fuck each other.
That's right.
That's where it's going to go.
That's where it's going to go, is these two are going to have this kind of relationship.
And I hope to God
it's going to go.
I hope to God I am wrong, because that whole dialogue, that whole scene was cringe and ghastly, and I just wanted it off my screen. I've got
to wonder if this was just Fox doing this. If this was just Fox, and I don't think the show would have ever been made if Fox was still around.
No.
This is Disney. This is Disney. Disney okayed this. Disney is doing this. This is under Disney's umbrella. This is their tentpole. Hulu is being shuttered into Disney Plus. There will be no more Hulu very soon, folks. It's just going to be Disney Plus. This is what the rat has done. Again, they've taken this and they've infused kids into it.
Mm-hmm.
And you're getting the very uncomfortable feeling that not only is it transhumanism, which they apparently is a big thing for the director, the head of the program, the head of the show, the guy leading the ship, transhumanism. It's a tale of transhumanism.
They've all transitioned in the first episode. They could have used any other word to describe it, but nope, we're going with transitioning because it's of the crappy times that we're in.
Drive safe, Jedi Master. Have a great one, brother. And thank you for the $2 super chat. You guys have a great day as well, brother. Skull, tuck and roll. And I know that's what you wanted, so here you go. A little skull and tuck and roll. No problem, brother. Thank you.
So again, I hope I'm wrong, but if these two bang at any point, that is likely going to be the end of it for me. Well, Zero,
No, you started this. You're going to have to finish it.
Oh, I'm sure he's gonna finish. She won't know what the hell's going on, but if they go there, yeah, I don't know. But I hope I'm wrong about this, but that whole scene was horrible. And it just looked, and if I'm wrong, then maybe they shouldn't have put it in such a way where this was all I noticed. But it looked like, I'll give you some material. You can be my new favorite and shit. This guy, all I saw through this whole exchange was, oh, retard trillionaire is trying to groom this young woman synthetic. Well, Zero, it's a synthetic. So even if they do make love in a future episode, she's synthetic. So it's not really real. Yeah, but they're making a point to say that these are real human beings who have transitioned their consciousness and emotions into these synthetic bodies. So if you are grooming this young synthetic consciousness, and you eventually get to the point where you like to make love with this synthetic, and I know I'm going a little bit off the deep end here, but this is where this episode took me. When you groom someone like that and you expose a young mind to that particular act, what does that do to their emotions? How is that going to fuck up these synthetics in the long run? I mean, it's just, I find it disgusting. I find it very cringe, very disgusting, and overall absolutely pointless.
Rich guy brings children to his private island. Yep.
But again, I hope I'm wrong about all of that. But they sure as hell did a very bad job trying to sway my thoughts from going in that direction while I was watching this piece of shit.
I mean, you can't argue with any of that. You can't argue with the fact that rich trillionaire brings children to island to put them in adult bodies. God only knows what's going to happen to them. To transition them into adult bodies. But Loki, they did such a kind thing by taking humans and putting them in the robots. Brian Lopez says try something like Blade Runner. It very much is this dystopian wannabe Blade Runner.
Yep.
That they put the alien name on. That is what it is. It is a dystopian. There's even scenes in this series where they're walking through these futuristic cities, and you're like, yeah, it's kind of like Blade Runner, but Earth. And
but yeah. I'm getting towards the end, brother. I really am. I don't know how much longer.
This was your idea to watch this.
But it was not my idea to say, let's do the whole series. But anyway, hold on. Actually, I do believe you did not say not the whole series. You just said, hey, let's cover Alien. Yeah. So, hey,
Alien Earth.
We're done. It's crap. If you really want to, like I said last week, if you want to watch it to find out how bad it is, because we shit you not, we're not fucking around or emphasizing or embellishing anything. It is out there for the world to see. Everything we have talked about is right there to be seen by all of you, if you're that curious to see how far down the toilet shitter this thing goes. The other issue I had, because there was a lot of them, and this will be my final little piece of shit cherry on top of our giant shit sundae. When Wendy comes back all, beaten up and, not working, retard trillionaire boy is like, what happened? Oh my God, can I talk to her? What's wrong with her? Holy shit. And Dr. Boy was like, no, I've got to run some tests. She's in a bad position right now. Oh my God. So trillionaire guy is freaking out that Wendy is not working right now. Yet in the previous episode, he's like, well, I know this isn't what they were built and designed for, but let's throw them out there on this search and rescue mission that they have no experience with whatsoever, and let's see what they can do. Oh, but Mr. Trillionaire boy, what if something happens to him? Oh, just make sure nothing does happen to him then. And so she's coming in and she's laid out. And I'm sitting there saying, what the fuck did you think was going to happen? You fucking idiot. You know, for a genius, you're pretty goddamn stupid. My rant is done. It's crap, folks. It is a big piece of crap.
Skull and Tuck and Roll, Snowdub. Hopefully you're having a great one, brother. Great show on Saturday. Keep kicking ass. Keep taking names. Every honest, real reviewer on the internet, they saw it. Yeah. I don't understand the people that are like, oh my God, the show is so good. It's so good. It's bringing Alien into the 2020s. Oh yeah.
They're shills.
No. Maybe you never watched Alien. Maybe you don't care about Alien. Maybe you're a Disney stan that loves everything Disney does. I don't know. How about a series where an alien combines DNA with a maple tree and produces acidic maple syrup? Imagine pancakes that can kill you.
Ooh. Waffle House xenomorphs. My God. That would be the scene in Spaceballs where dude eats the space pancake special breakfast.
What am I ass? Bring this motherfucker some Pepto-Bismol.
Oh my God.
So this gets a 1 from me. You might be like a 1 out of what? A 1 out of 10, a 1 out of 5. It just gets a 1. It doesn't matter what the rest of the numbers are in this. Other numbers do not matter. It gets a 1. And it only gets a 1 because I like the idea of the damn things being able to communicate and no one knows that's going on. They're just oblivious to the fact you've got androids working in the research lab that have no idea that these damn things are talking to each other. I love that idea. Okay. I love that they're able to strategize, plan. They're like, oh, motherfucker, you think you're going to cut into me? I'm going to get you next time. I'm going to get you because I know what you did to my brother, Zach, the other day when you opened up that egg. All face huggers have white boy names. It's going to be Zach, Scott, Philip. They've all got white boy names because they're the white boys. They're the white boy face huggers. All face huggers are white boys. All aliens, xenomorphs, they've got grills. So you know who they are. They don't fuck around. It's like Devon and Dudley and
it's
shit
Devon
like that.
and it's Devon and Jamal and Flava Flav. Yeah, boy. Oh,
so
yeah.
But all the face huggers is like Philip and Scott and Zach.
Oh, how's it going, Steve? Are you opening your flower petals? Not yet, Jack. I'm still waiting for Mother to send the signal.
So it's gonna get a point for me for that because that is something that I find interesting. The tadpole, I don't give a shit about the tadpole.
No.
They took the brother's lung out. I don't care that they took the brother's lung out. I don't give a shit about that.
And then
Wendy,
let the tadpole swim.
I don't care what happens to Wendy. I don't care what happens to Boy Cavalier. I don't care what happens to any of these fucking transition kids. I do not give a shit what happens to any Timothy Olyphant, his android character. Don't care. I just do not give a shit about anybody in the show. And honestly, you could cut out 90% of the shit they filmed and condense this down into an hour and a half movie. And it would probably be better than the whole series combined. Because this is just, it's a slog to get through. You don't care about the characters. They do dumb shit like the paper cutter. A paper cutter killed an alien in this episode, ladies and gentlemen. And it didn't melt when it got acid all over it. She stabbed the alien and the acid blood went down the blade. And 2 minutes later, She's standing there and she cut the damn thing's head off with the same paper cutter. We showed you. It's here. We showed it to you.
Yep.
And it was still okay. This is dumb. It's lazy. It doesn't care about established anything. They just used the OG shit to get you to watch it and go, oh my God, it looked just like Alien. It reminded me just like Alien. Now we're on the island of misfit boys that are now girls. And
because we've transitioned. And this was a prime example of why I struggle to make it through these things, because this is so far the slowest pace episode. This episode in particular had real bad pacing issues because, like I said earlier, they could have taken the whole 55 minutes and cut it down into something 22 minutes long. It could have been sitcom length without the commercials because everything was shot so slowly. The dialogue was shot slowly. Timothy Oliphant's character is basically wasted just standing there staring at shit in the science lab for the third fucking episode in a row. Jesus
take
Christ.
care, Andy.
If we've got more of this, I'm going to end up having to watch it more than once because I'm going to fall asleep. I almost fell asleep 3 times during this one. So viewer discretion is advised because you're going to be disappointed. And if you're not, more power to you. God bless America. I'm glad you found something to enjoy.
God bless America.
Well, because most of our audience is probably American, right? You know, but
I am in Thailand and Vancouver.
I am digging that acidic maple syrup thing though. But yeah, if you find things you like about this that you enjoy, more power to you. That's great. I, for one, it's not Alien at all. It is fan fiction. It is moronic fan fiction, and it's a shit show.
On that note, we're going to get out of here, guys. Thank you so very much for being here. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to send you over to Mock Draws since he's got a show that's still going that starts at the same time as mine. So, guys, take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend to enter and give your alien some love. Give your alien the kiss. The kiss. It gives the kiss in the eye of the predator. Give your alien a kiss on the way out the door. Long live the fighters. Take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend enter. We'll see you on the next one. You guys have a great one, and we'll catch you later.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.